If DaVinci Resolve 20 is showing a GPU memory full error, don't worry, because in this video I'm going to walk you through the most effective fixes step by step. This is one of those problems that can feel frustrating, especially when you're working on a big project, editing 4K footage, or adding lots of effects. But the good news is that there are several simple settings you can change to make Resolve run much more smoothly. And before we get into it, if this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software tutorials just like this. Alright, let's start with the quickest fix first. At the top of DaVinci Resolve, go to the Playback menu, then choose Delete Render Cache, and click All. This clears out old cached files that can sometimes take up a lot of GPU memory in the background. If Resolve has been storing a lot of temporary data, this one step alone can make a big difference. Next, go to the File menu and open Project Settings. You can also use the shortcut Shift+9 to get there faster. Once the Project Settings window opens, go to the Master Settings tab and look for the Timeline Resolution section. Here, change the timeline resolution to a lower setting, like 1920 by 1080 HD, even if your source footage is 4K. This does not lower the quality of your final export by itself, but it does reduce the amount of VRAM needed while you are editing. That means smoother playback and less pressure on your GPU. Now go back to the Playback menu again and look for Timeline Proxy Resolution. Set this to half or quarter. This tells DaVinci Resolve to play back a lower resolution preview, which is especially helpful when you're editing heavy timelines with multiple effects, color grading, or noise reduction. You can still keep your original footage intact, but Resolve will have an easier time handling it in real time. After that, close DaVinci Resolve completely and restart the application. Sometimes the GPU memory buffer does not clear properly until the software is fully restarted, so this is an important step. A fresh restart can remove lingering memory usage and give you a clean slate before you continue working. If the issue is still happening, let's move into the more advanced optimization settings. Go to DaVinci Resolve in the top left corner, then open Preferences. From there, go to System and then Memory and GPU. This section controls how Resolve uses your graphics hardware, so it's very important for fixing memory-related problems. If you see the Auto box for GPU selection enabled, uncheck it and manually select your primary graphics card. This is especially useful if your computer has multiple graphics options and Resolve is not automatically choosing the best one. By selecting the main dedicated GPU yourself, you can prevent the software from using the wrong device or splitting resources inefficiently. Next, find GPU processing mode and change it from Auto to either opencl or cuda, depending on your hardware. If you are using an nvidia graphics card, cuda is usually the best choice and tends to offer the most stable performance in Resolve. If you're using another supported GPU, opencl may be the better option. This setting can have a huge impact on how efficiently Resolve processes effects in playback. Now let's reduce the load on a specific heavy section of your timeline. Select a clip or a part of the timeline that has lots of effects, color nodes, transitions, or other demanding elements. Right-click it and choose Render Cache Color Output. This forces Resolve to pre-render that section, so it doesn't have to calculate everything live every time you play it back. It can dramatically reduce GPU strain on complicated edits. Another great option is Render in Place. Right-click a heavy clip and choose a format like DNxHRSQ. This turns the clip and its effects into a single, easier-to-read video file that Resolve can play back more efficiently. It's a very useful workflow trick when you're dealing with a timeline that keeps choking on one or two extremely heavy clips. Now here's something really important to understand. Lowering the timeline resolution helps while you are editing, but it does not permanently lower your final export quality. Before you render your final video, you can change the timeline resolution back to 4K if that is what your project needs. So this is a safe way to reduce VRAM usage during editing without sacrificing the final result. If the GPU memory full error still continues, it may not be a Resolve setting problem at all. In many cases, the real issue is a driver conflict. For NVIDIA users, make sure you are using the NVIDIA Studio driver rather than the Game Ready driver. Studio drivers are usually more stable for creative software like DaVinci Resolve and can help prevent crashes, memory errors, and playback issues. Also, remember that background applications can eat up GPU memory too. Web browsers, games, screen recorders, and other heavy apps can reserve VRAM before Resolve even gets a chance to use it. Before opening your project, close anything you don't need so your GPU can focus on DaVinci Resolve alone. And one final hardware tip. If your graphics card has less than 4 GB of VRAM, 4K timelines will almost always struggle and may keep triggering this error no matter how many settings you change. You can check your dedicated GPU memory in Task Manager under the Performance tab to see exactly what hardware you have available. If your GPU is limited, lowering playback quality and using proxies becomes even more important. So, to quickly recap, clear the render cache, lower the timeline resolution, reduce proxy playback quality, restart Resolve, manually choose your GPU, switch to cuda or opencl,
render heavy sections in place, update to the studio driver, close background apps, and check whether your GPU has enough VRAM for your project. These steps together should fix most GPU memory full problems in DaVinci Resolve 20, or at least make the issue much more manageable. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more editing fixes, beginner guides, and software tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.